The utility room is the first place to look for when trying to save energy and water. The cost of water includes both the water as metered from the water company and also the cost of heating water. Water heating costs about 15% of the normal expense for a family. This tankless water heater is about 96% efficient and provides enough hot water for a family of 5, and it also provides endless hot water so it never runs out. You can have back-to-back showers, and it is very efficient because it is a condensing unit, meaning that it condensates the exhaust fumes within the unit and then releases water down to the drain pipe. One of the disadvantages of tankless water heaters is that the water in the line cools down as it's not used, and it also doesn't have any reserves within the tankless unit itself. So when you open a faucet, it takes about a minute for water to heat up within the water heater and then come out hot at the faucet. The cost of water is expensive, not just because of the cost of the metered water from the utility company, but because the water has to be filtered in order to take out any sediments like iron and heavy metals, and also it needs to be softened to take out any other deposits like calcium and lime and rust, which otherwise would end up being a lot of chemical and water used to clean all the facilities in the house. Regenerating the softener filter takes about 25 gallons of water. Then we use a reverse osmosis filter. The reverse osmosis filter removes all the salt, and the flavor of the water gets changed through a carbon filter as well. The reverse osmosis filter uses about 4 gallons of water that go down in the sewage line every time we generate about 1 gallon of drinking water. These are other items that are also essential to reduce water consumption in the house. The first one on the left is a bathroom shower head. A typical shower head consumes about 2.5 gallons of water per minute. This low flow shower head can be switched between high pressure and low pressure at the head itself. However, the head has been adjusted to only consume about 1.5 gallons of water per minute. This reduces the consumption of water in the shower tremendously. This one is a kitchen faucet sprayer. This one gets attached directly to the faucet if you don't have a separate sprayer, and it provides a pressurized water stream directly where needed. One advantage of it is that by using high pressure water, you can wash the dishes with a lesser amount of water than you would if you just have an open faucet. The bathroom faucet aerators reduce the pressure of water coming out of the faucet at any given time. It mixes water with air so that it provides a cleaning water surface, as well as providing a bigger spread of water with less water use. The combination of all three is essential just for the daily consumption of water. Water-saving kits also save energy by reducing the amount of hot water that is used. In this case, this kit was provided compliments of Minnesota Energy Resources, the gas company that provides service to this residence. If you come visit us at our house, you'll notice that every bathroom has a doorbell. That will make the water hot. And that sound is the recirculating pump. The doorbell is an off-the-shelf wireless transmitter that has been modified to serve as an activating device for the recirculating pump in the bathroom upstairs. Usually we would only have to wait about 1.5 minutes for the water of the faucet to get hot from the tankless water heater. This would represent about 2 to 3 gallons of water that would have gone down the waste. Instead, the recirculating pump pumps that water back to the water heater without any water waste. So once we open the faucet, the water is already hot and we don't have to wait for it. The doorbell gives us a wireless option to turn on the recirculating pump. However, this bathroom has a button that is connected directly to the pump. The doorbell speaker has been modified as a receiver to activate the recirculating pump. The recirculating pump is connected to an electric outlet under the sink, and the lines bypass both the cold water lines and the hot water lines. The recirculating pump is stored inside this bucket just to prevent if there's any leaks from damaging the area under the sink. The styrofoam box reduces the vibration on the cabinet as well as the noise that comes out of the pump. The recirculating pump saves water that would have otherwise been wasted for showers, faucets, and laundry. But there's another big component that also affects water use in a house. Toilets use over a quarter of the water used in a typical house. This WaterSense toilet averages about 1.2 gallons per flush instead of the typical 1.6. It has a dual flush function that uses either 1 gallon or 1.6 gallon. If you don't have an ability to upgrade the toilet, you could always retrofit an existing toilet using a complete upgrade kit. In addition to upgrading one of our toilets with the dual flush retrofit kit, we have also upgraded it with a greywater toilet sink lid. This allows the water that should normally be filling the water tank on the toilet to be used for washing the hands the moment that the toilet is flushed. And that water, slightly soapy, goes and fill up the water tank in the toilet. The soapy water will flush the toilet on the next flush. By implementing these water-saving measures, we have reduced the average water consumption for each person in our family down to less than 9 gallons per day. This is a great accomplishment when we consider that the United States averages over 100 gallons per person per day, and developing countries average 13 gallons. However, while this increases the sustainability of our household, the national impact is minimal if we do not address the elephant in the room. Domestic water use in the United States represents less than 10% of the total water use. Animal agriculture is the biggest user with over 55% of the national water use. In statistical or economy terms, this is known as the Pareto principle, which identifies how typically a few contributors have the biggest impact on results. As an engineer with a mentality of continuous improvement, I like to focus on improving these areas that will have the biggest impact. By changing our family's diet to eliminate consumption of meats and animal products, we have reduced our family's food-based water use by 92%. This conscious diet decision, along with all other technological improvements and the education of our neighbors, are our way of making a contribution to a sustainable community, sustainable nation, and our spaceship Earth.